Very good evening, everyone. Am I audible to all delegates?
Sir, you are audible to me.
Thank you, sir, so much, sir. Thank you so much. A very good evening, sir. So, warm welcome again and very good evening to all dignitaries, organizers, faculty members, our respected resource person for today's session, Dr. Hitesh Khurana, sir, and all delegates presented in today's live session of 1 month certificate program. As we all know that this is the second last session, and tomorrow we have one more session of this program. So, without taking too much time, we all know sir very well the fields of reference writing. Today there is a practical session, hands-on session. I hope that everyone installed the Jotero and Mendeley from shared link with the help of manual shared in the WhatsApp group. So, we again invite sir to deliver one more wonderful session, hands-on session on practical management tools softwares. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Amit sir, and our respected faculty, and my dear students present in the August gathering. Today we'll be continuing with where we had left yesterday. Yesterday we had covered about the theoretical aspects or just knowing about what reference writing is. And today we'll be trying to practice what reference writing is. And from that, we'll be able to know what are the practical difficulties are there in the reference writing and how easy and or the difficult this part is. First of all, I would like to know from the audience if anybody had tried writing references manually uh, yesterday or any time before, and what difficulties you have faced. Then unmute and speak, or you can share in the chat box also.
All delegates, I allowed everyone. You can unmute at your end. At your end, you can unmute yourself.
Today I don't have any slides because this is a practical session only and no slides. Uh, any difficulties you have faced while writing references? I'm not
Hello,
finding.
sir.
Yes, please,
Uh, Sir,
Dr. Nirja.
I had tried this writing before at the time of submitting the synopsis, manually writing the references. There was a difficulty like I could not use those references again for another article.
Okay.
So,
Thank you very much, Dr. Nirja, for sharing your experience. And just remember it, and
yes,
would like to have your feedback at the end of the session also. Uh,
okay.
and anybody has tried writing references using software, any software, not necessarily Mendeley or Zotero, any software.
Sir, I then I began this using the Mendeley. And
Okay, you have experience with Mendeley also.
yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so the everything, how easy and the difficult the software makes. This is, I think, you know it very well. And today we'll
Yes,
be
sir.
having experience with the Zotero first, because Mendeley has undergone some kind of changes and that require being continuously online. And Zotero doesn't have that kind of requirement. And I'll be starting with the Zotero first. And uh, uh, I hope everybody has downloaded and installed one or the other software, either Zotero or Mendeley. Anybody had difficulty in installing? Okay, then I'll be going to the demo session only. I'll be sharing my whole screen, and in that I'll be first of all I'll be just I have already installed Zotero and Mendeley in my laptop, and so I'll be using those. First of all, because I have to use Zotero, so I'll be opening Zotero as it is installed. And you can see that it opens, it gives me the three different windows. One window which is on the extreme left, this gives which shows my library, and it shows that how the references or how the citation which I have downloaded or installed noted in my software are stored or organized. And the middle window which says that the welcome to Zotero, this shows me the actual structure of the reference, that how that file looks like, whether this is having a PDF attachment or not, and who are the authors and the title, etc. And the third window, which is on the extreme right, this gives me the other details, like whether there is any kind of abstract and everything separately. And my Zotero window, you can see this is as good as most of yours, because I prefer to be at pace with you all. That I didn't want that it should show some kind of advanced features or advanced version of what I have already done. I'll be doing right in front of you, and and you can also copy those steps side by side along with me. First of all, I have clicked on my library, and I have right clicked, and it opens a new window, and it says gives the options of synchronizing, it gives me the options of adding new collection, and it gives me the new saved search and export library anywhere else. So I'll be, because I want to download, and I want to use some new references, and I would prefer to create a new folder of which is the name new collection. And when I click on the new collection, it opens another window which gives me option to name the folder which I want to use for the present session. I name it micro demo, because the demonstration is going to be a very short, and it won't take much time, and it is for the microbiologist. So this name appears to be most suitable to me. And you can see that now a window, another icon is appearing with the name micro demo in it. And once I click over it, and now all the references which are included in the micro demo are shown here in the middle window. At present, of course, there is nothing, and so I'll start uh, including my references which I want to use in this particular uh, folder. So how I'll do, I'll go to PubMed, and I'll be having uh, this one had I had already opened. And I am fond of gut microbiology, so I'll be writing gut and microbiome star, and it will give me some when I click search, it gives me some references, and it is giving me a lot of references, 9,000, and I don't want to go for too much, and I show uh, reduce the filter, and I select only this much, 61, because I won't be reading all references, just how to include the reference, and how not to include, and how to go about that. I'll be demonstrating this thing only, and so doesn't matter to me, but only thing is that it has reduced the workload. So I feel after going through the abstract and after going through the article, I feel that the reference number one and reference number five and another reference, let's say it is at the number 9 and 10, these are useful to me. And so what I do, I have clicked it, and I would just then click on the send to and to a citation manager, and it will create, it tells me that how many references I have selected, and how many and I would like to create a bibtex file with it. So when I click, and it is giving me a PubMed gut and microbial bibtex file it has given to me, and I have selected these. And I also feel that I should, instead of going to all these references. This reference number 3 also appears useful to me, but instead of copying the complete reference, I just copy its DOI. I copy it over here. DOI is the digital object identifier, and I just save it in the a, Word file which I have, and it is saved over here. And next, I feel that reference number 7, this also appears somehow useful to me. And instead of noting down the DOI number, I note down its uh, uh, PMID number, which is the permit index number. I note, and again, just like DOI, I save this number also in my file over here. And uh, but some articles I am finding really very interesting, and those article I wish to download, and I wish to read it by myself, and want to save it. And it is a free article is available for this particular reference, and I open it from the BMJ, because it will give me the complete actual look as it is published. And I open its PDF, and I save its PDF wherever it is 1258 full. Okay, just for the purpose of my identification, I name it micro demo. I have named it, and after I'll be saving. So what I have done, I have noted down the few references in the form of the organized library. Few references I have noted down in the form of their identifying numbers, and few or actual articles I have downloaded. And these are the three, and of course the fourth one also. There are four different ways how I can include my references in Zotero folder, or whichever references I want to. So what I would like to do over here, first of all, let us see how I can use the object identifier number. And I'll be just copying it from here. And uh, uh, I'll be just, again, I'll be going to the Zotero, and there I'll be just again clicking it over in the this middle magic wand, which is next to the red, which is next to the this green plus button, and I'll just paste it over here by the Control V, and press enter. Now what it is doing, it is searching the reference for me on the website. It requires the internet connectivity also, and once it will search the reference, it will demonstrate that reference to me here in these windows, and it is here it is already done. And here you can see in the second window, it is showing the title to me, and it is showing me the author's name. And in the third window, which is on the extreme right, it is giving me the names of each authors, including abstract and all details. And I didn't type these manually at all. And I think it has done it for myself uh, uh, by itself only. And if I go through it and I want to add some kind of notes to it, I can add note also over here, that whatever I want to write, that what a very useful reference or article or cite here, you cite this in the uh, cite this in the introduction. I can write anything, whatever I feel. And if it is having some kind of important tags also I can add over it. Tags makes it very easy to identify that key. This is dealing with bacteria only and not with virus. And I'll include uh, 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 write the word bacteria over here because it is dealing with the bacteria. And it is that whenever I'll be clicking bacteria, so it will be giving me this particular reference. Now, this is how I have used DOI to include a reference which is available to us on the website. And I hope everybody has followed it. And please do try it by yourself and let me know your experience that how it goes. Anybody is trying simultaneously? Please do try and know.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for your feedback, Dr. Rakshita. And now, in the same way, we have to use the PubMed identifying number also, the PMID number. I am copying it over here. I can cut paste also, but let's prefer copying it because if there is any kind of confusion later on, we can sort it out. Again, I'll be going to this magic wand and I'll be typing the number over here. By Control V, I have already selected and I'll be pressing enter. And it will be doing the same thing. It will be going to the PubMed site and it will be just selecting this reference for me. It has again selected the complete names of the authors and uh, abstract and everything which it could do and including journal name, everything it has included. And this is how we can use uh, uh, the identifying numbers in order to store any kind of reference in the uh, in this library. Uh, Another thing which we can do, I have downloaded some PubMed, some articles, PDF of the article also I have downloaded. And so I would be saving those the PDF of the articles also in the how I can do that. I'll be just going to the folder where I have saved that particular file and I had saved that with the name the micro demo. I'll be just using left click of the mouse, holding it and dragging it to this central window. And now this icon copy plus copy is appearing and I'll leave the left click and my over here. And let's see what does it do for me. It is just taking a key wonderfully. It has taken the PDF of the file and it has automatically taken the metadata from it and created a reference for this. Here you can see that this particular PDF icon is appearing separately and the reference article is appearing separately over here. And so this is how we can use PDF articles to store references over here. And another thing, if we have any kind of difficulty, we can always write it manually also that if we select the journal article, it will be opening a window and then whatever articles, whatever details are there, we can write. But this is something as good as writing manually. And this can be very easily avoided by using the digital object identifiers and the combat like details, or if the PDF is available, we can use those PDF over here. So in this way, I have written the three references over here and I can add more also. I had I had stored a library also. We had uh, selected a library and I'll be just going to that particular library file and I'll be importing that library. Uh, which we had, and it tells me that what kind of libraries I can import. I had selected made a bibtex file, which the which PubMed makes automatically, and research information system file also. And but irrespective of what is displayed over here, it doesn't matter at all. And all kinds of the library files can be imported into Zotero. And so I'll be going to the next and here I had stored the file in downloads and I'll be going to the download, and there I'll be collecting I had selected this particular library, and let me select this also, because we can only one can be selected at a time, and it is selecting of this for me over here, and here it is made a different folder for me, and no problems. I can select all those references by using control key, and by pressing like that, and then I can go left click and move the items, and I can uh, add these items to the micro demo, and what I'll see that now all these files are there in the micro demo also. So now instead of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 references I have over here, and I can continue to use this micro. This is empty reference, so I can delete this item by moving to dash, and so I have these 7 references with me. And for the purpose of demo, I feel these 7 references are sufficient for me. And any kind of questions, clarifications you have about how to add the files in Zotero. Any confusions, clarifications? I have demonstrated till now how to add the selected references in Zotero. Whenever we are doing it, make sure that our internet connection is on, and we have already signed in the Zotero, because it gives us it, uh, uh, it asks us to to uh, 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 to log in once we open it as fresh, and every time whenever we have to use, we need to log in into. And in this instead of browser connector, with the browser connector also we can use to include the references. Supposing this reference is there and I want to use it for the I want to I'll have to select uh, the Zotero connector over here, and once it is activated, I can directly also import the references into uh, asking me to remove just gives an option automatically whether I want to install it, I want to take it to Zotero library, or not. It is somehow not giving me that option at present. Otherwise, the window pops up and asks whether you want to use it for the you want to take it into the Zotero or not. And now it's active, and it has taken this file into Zotero. And let's see whether we have any kind of article like Mediterranean diet intervention over here. Mediterranean diet intervention. This is, I think we already had this. Already had this, and it has just duplicated it, and it overrides. But this is the way we can install the Zotero. We can import the file with Zotero connector. Any kind of file we can, which is a PDF. Only PDF files need to be imported into Zotero. Microsoft Word or any other kinds of files would create difficulty. So once we have created our library in Zotero, what we can do is we can keep writing. We can start writing our articles using these references. So supposing I write a small article of just and here I wish to put my references over here. And when Zotero is installed, this particular tab would automatically be created in the over the toolbar, and we have to go to the Zotero. And wherever the reference is to be cited, we can put our cursor over there, and we can click add edit citation in the Microsoft Word file where we are writing, and will be just it will give me the options that which particular reference style I want to use it. I want to use Vancouver. This is most common style. I will be using the Vancouver, and it will be giving me this. It will open this particular window. Here again, we need to, when we are doing this work, we need not be connected to the internet, but we need to be connected to the Zotero. So the Zotero software should be open in this particular uh, uh, laptop. And I'll be going to the classical view, and classical view will give me that which particular reference I want to use it over here. I want to use this particular reference. Also, it has already put one without my asking over here. And here also with the second paragraph, also I want to put some reference. Again, I'll be clicking on add edit, and I'll be going to the classical. It will give me the complete view of the and I'll be adding this particular reference. And here I want to add one more reference also. Uh, and let this reference be this is which I am entering, and it's not selected. Uh, uh, what I need to do over here, I'll be just editing it. If I remove, I can just see the window which is over here, and let's say I want to use this particular reference over here, which is interaction between drugs. And what I'll do, I just copy it from the title. I'll be copying the title of this particular reference for locating it. Let's see what does it do. It is selecting this particular reference for me. So this is another way by which we can select a reference over here, and it will, and then again, once we have selected the sufficient number of references or the required number of references, I'll again press enter, and it will just select the reference only. It has, because the cursor was here on the first bracket, so it has put the reference over there. Otherwise, it would put where the number 3 has appeared. So we need to be very careful where the of the position of the cursor. Otherwise, it will make the wrong reference can also be put there. And here also, I want to put some reference. And again, I'll be going over here into this particular window. I'll be selecting the classical view. In this, I don't need to remember the things, but I simply need to see that which particular reference is there, and which I can cite it over. And I am selecting these three references for putting it over here. Somehow it is selecting only one, no problem. And we'll be selecting then another reference over here. But we'll be taking care that cursor is selected over here. Again, we'll be going to the same kind of procedure. We'll be selecting from the main window, which particular reference is there, and let gut microbiome and health. And I again copy it from the title, and I copied it, and uh, I'll just again I'll be pasting it over here. Cursor is and it is again giving me hint that if this is the reference, and I select this reference, And here every time you can see that key cursor over here need to be put within that the bubble which is appearing, and it will give me the two references over here, 1 and 4 it has put over there. And I think this much is sufficient for me to write, or if I have to write another paragraph, let's suppose I have written this and I can put some reference over here, and I can uh, give some reference to this particular field also. So there is also. Now I have used uh, 5 of the 7 references, and after that I want to I want to write my reference list or the bibliography, and for that I'll be just typing it manually where I want to put the bibliography, and I'll be just making it then selecting the next line for putting the reference over here. And here again, we need to be careful about the position of the cursor. Where the cursor would be, the reference would be put over there only. It won't go to any other. Supposing we put cursor over here, then the reference, the bibliography is likely to put between the two paragraphs. And so we'll be just putting the cursor at the right place so that a reference is appearing or reference list is appearing at the right place. And here I'll be going again to this particular icon in the Zotero tab in the Microsoft Word file, that add edit bibliography. And once it is clicked, it has typed all bibliography for me, and without including any kind of efforts on my side. And now what our duty is that as we had learned the grammar of reference writing style yesterday, and we need to check it with that okay, all references are correct, because many times the softwares also make mistake. So this is how we can add references into Zotero, and we can use those references for writing in the text. And anything you wish to know about these till now?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, can you just repeat the procedure? How you write numerical references? Like what?
Numerical numerical references. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
In the number wise, it depends upon the system of references which I want to follow over here. What you can do, okay, when you are opening this particular window, which is a Microsoft Word file, here you can see there is an add edit citation button, add edit bibliography, insert a note, and document preferences, refresh, and unlink citations. And here, if you click on the document preferences, it will show you a complete list like what are the reference styles you can use. And because now the Vancouver style is the style which uses the number references, this is selected. So it will automatically put the references in a number style. But supposing I change it to Harvard or APA style, what happens? Let's see that too. I have selected now APA style. Okay, and I press it OK, and just see what it is doing, and it has changed all my references from the number to the author name year style. So while changing the style of the references is also very easy when we are using any kind of software. And again, if I have to change it to any kind of number year style, again, I'll be going to this, I'm clicking on the document preferences. I'll be going over I'll be selecting the Vancouver. Or if I like nature is also a style, which is a number reference style. I can select this, and it will again convert everything into a number style. So this is how you can do it very quickly. Supposing you don't have the reference style which is mentioned over here, and you want to use some kind of typical style only, then you can go to the uh, this particular style manager and style editor, and here get additional style. It will take you to citation style library, and whichever styles you want to choose from here, you choose that style, and it will do the work for you. American Heart Association style you want to choose, it will, you can select that, and it will be just doing that key. It is just uh, it has taken over here, and I press OK over here, and it has taken that particular style in the library. And if I want to use that American Heart Association style, I can use that style now. So it has changed. It is very easy when you are using software. It is very easy to shift from one style to another style, okay, which is not possible manually. Supposing I take this particular write-up to my supervisor, and he asked me that this paragraph you have written, this is not correctly placed, and you should place it at some different uh, uh, place. Let's say he asked me that I should place it at uh, on the top, or at number two. I'll say it is to be placed where this paragraph in between these two paragraphs, and I put it over here. You will see that it will automatically, once I refresh it, it will automatically correct the number sequence for me. Now the 4 has become 3 and the 3 has become 4. And accordingly, the reference sequence at the in the bibliography has also changed. So is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's clear.
Now, in brief, I'll be telling you about Mendeley also. And Mendeley is a bit appears. Mendeley was very friendly for me in the beginning, but now they have made it completely online. So I uh, find it a bit difficult. But it is again something. It works on the same kind of principles as Zotero, but the only difference is for adding references into the document. Also, it requires that you should be present online only. The internet connectivity is required. When you are using when you have saved your all references into Zotero, and you are want to put those references in your article, it doesn't require any kind of internet connectivity. It will be doing it all offline, because all the references which you have saved are saved in your hard disk only. And Mendeley, on the other hand, saves our hard disk space, and it uses the cloud space only. And but a precaution is to be taken that can never use two styles or two softwares together in the same document. If you are using Mendeley, use Mendeley only. If you are using Zotero, use Zotero only. Because if you are using two softwares together, it will confuse both of them, and we won't be able to get the correct kind of references. So I close this document, and I close this Zotero also. And now I'll be opening the Mendeley. Because in Mendeley, I have already saved a lot of references, so you'll be finding that uh, few things are there. And here I'll be just telling you okay, how to add references. Here it is add new, and once you click import file from the computer, if you have any PDF files, you can do it from here. And in case you have any kind of BibTeX file, so you can include it over here. And if you want to add some reference manually, you can click over here, and you can add all the PubMed ID over here and click on the search. It will be searching the reference for you. So the procedure of entering reference into Mendeley is same as in Zotero. There is no difference. Only difference is of the user interface. And once this is open, you have installed, it will also, reference manager will also ask you to install another uh, uh, thing, which is, which will be seeing it over here. It will ask us that we use Mendeley's site also. This is another plugin, just like the Zotero plugin, which we have seen in the tab, or this kind of tab, and the Mendeley site does the same thing for us. And once the Mendeley site is there, then we can again select the references from here in order to incorporate in our write-up. And supposing here I write again a very small write-up over here, and I want to include some references, and I want to include first reference over here. Let's say this is the first reference. I'll be selecting it. It says keep for one reference. It has been selected over here. And here with the second paragraph, somewhere in between, I want to select the reference number 2, and then reference number this one, then the reference this. 3 references I have selected over here, and it has given me the. And here I want to select some more references. I want to repeat the reference, some reference. This reference I want to repeat, and I want to use this particular reference also. I want to use this particular reference also. And I want to use this particular reference also, and I select this over here. And so with the Mendeley site, this gives us the very similar kind of view which we get with the classical Zotero view. But the only difference is that for using Mendeley site, we have to be connected with internet, and Zotero doesn't require any kind of internet connectivity when we are using. And again, as we had done in with Zotero, we'll be typing bibliography over here, bibliography or the references. And here we'll be again going over here. And what we need to do, we need to insert bibliography. But I'm clicking on these 3 dots, which are on the extreme right. And it gives me an option of writing bibliography. And once I click it over here, and it asks me that whether I want to continue. It alerts me, and once I select this place, and it has cited all those references which I have selected over here. And again, these appeared in the APS style. I want to change the style. It is again very easy. I can change it from here. uh, in the middle tab, which is the citation setting. I go to the citation setting, I change the citation style over here. And from here, whether I want to do Vancouver, and if I want to use the Chicago manual style, cite them right. And many styles are there. American, this is so very similar to the style of Vancouver style. And so let's select this and see what happens. And it is converting all things references which I have taken into the number author style, and all references in between also are converted into number author style. And again, something happens that it is the sequence is not correct, and I remove this reference and I just put it at the end over here, and it will be just doing the correct the references for me by itself. That it has already corrected the references which were 1 to 4. It has already corrected it 5 to 7, and earlier references have taken the new serial number. So in this way, it saves us from a lot of hassles. And at the end, this is our duty that we check each and every reference manually by our own eyes to see that whether there is any kind of missing elements or there are any kind of thing is wrongly taken, so that we can correct it and submit it without any kind of. For example, here in this first reference itself, we are seeing that it published online, it is written, but it is not having any kind of DUI number or accessed on. So all these things we need to add by ourselves by again going to the reference manager, and where this particular reference is appearing, we'll be correcting, we'll be adding the supposing here we'll be adding the DOI number or ISBN number, whatever is available with us, and we'll be refreshing it once again. So it requires a continuously online association when we are using Mendeley for the purpose of adding, for the purpose of inserting in the article, and for the purpose. So this is how these two softwares work. You can use many other softwares are also there. You can use any, but it is always good to have a good skill on one software and just minor knowledge of the other softwares. And it's because all softwares usually serve the same kind of they do not make any kind of difference. So I finished it over here, and any kind of doubts you have, anything more you want to understand about it, I'm happy to take it. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
I have one doubt. Uh,
Yes.
Earlier, when I used Mendeley, one reference was in the APA style.
Mhm.
There wasn't any Vancouver style, and I wanted to use it in the Vancouver in this article, a
Mhm.
particular article, but I wasn't able to change the style of citation.
Okay, okay, that can be done very easily for that, but you'll have to do it over here. Instead of going to the references, which is giving you the complete list, you go for the citation setting. And
Okay.
here you see that what citation styles are available to you. You want to change citation style, you click it over here, and it will take you to the complete library of the citation style, and you can choose any style which is available from there. Supposing it is not available to you, the particular style which is which you want to use is not available, then you can use this particular option, search for another style. Once you click it, it will be taking you to the citation style library link, and here you can put any kind of your keywords for that particular reference type. And supposing I put it over here, Vancouver, and I put just give it a hint, and it will give me the complete list which is available of the variations in the Vancouver style. And whichever style I wish to have, I'll be just selecting that particular style over here. And so I supposing I take Sage Vancouver, I update it, and it is included in the style, and I change it over here. And now the reference style which is available to me, it has changed to the Sage Vancouver style over here. And so in this way, we can, whatever styles are not available, those also we can have with this software. And interestingly, if we want to make any kind of change in the citation style, supposing Sage Vancouver style only, I want to change. I want that the author's name should appear in bold. That also we can do it, but that will require another, or if we want to uh, change a style, it will again, I'll have to again open that particular style over here, and we can make changes in that particular style also. It is not appearing. Enter URL, it is asking, but uh, it will require one complete session if we want to change the citation style. But we want to edit, not change. Changing is very easy, but if we want to edit, it is very easy with Zotero. With as we had demonstrated, it has taken me directly to the citation style library, and where I was able to do that. But with Mendeley also it is the same is possible, but we'll have to do it with some more efforts. Or the only difference in this.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Dr. Isha, we can the PDF files which we get of the articles. These are unique in the way that these are created by one particular software, LaTeX software. And LaTeX software is such that it gives names to each particular window or each particular uh, 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 line. Supposing we have to write the author's name, it will give the it a name that ki AUTH or whatever. And the same names are used in these reference managers also. So when we are importing PDF files, only then it would be able to identify the authors and the title number. If we are importing uh, these Microsoft Word files or PowerPoint or any other files, it won't work. That is for sure. The textbooks and the chapters can also be cited in the same way. Many times the ISBN number or DOI number of individual chapters are available on the website. And if we use those numbers, we can cite the name of that particular chapter and the textbook also. Textbooks are very easy. Instead of using DOI, PMID, we can use ISBN number over there. Once we'll ask them to search for ISBN number, it will do. Yes, Google Scholar also you can use. Google Scholar gives us a complete details of any kind of citation, and we can copy the citation details in the form of RIS files or BibTeX file, or we can copy DOI numbers from there, and we can use it in the same. Or that it is not difficult at all. Any other queries I have missed in the chat session?
So all, if there is any query, you can ask, you can write in the chat box.
Other formats don't work. Only the PDF format would work if you want to write take the full articles. ISBN number, ISSN numbers, DOI, PMID, all these can be used.
If there is any query, you still can ask. We are just open for queries.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, is this possible if anyhow the app is uninstalled from our computer or our laptop, so our data will be lost? That is
Uh,
possible?
yes, very useful question. Highly unlikely. Why is it so? Because they are both for Mendeley, be sure that your data won't be lost, because it would be using the cloud space, which you can access through your user ID, which is most of the times your email and the password, which you will be assigning to this particular purpose. And for Zotero also, Zotero would always be synchronizing whatever you have done, what you are doing. And so whatever data you have here in the hard disk, the metadata or the references of those would be there in the cloud space also, which is available with Zotero. Zotero gives you up to 2 GB of cloud space, not more than that, for storing different kinds of references. And but Mendeley gives you a bit more. sorry, Zotero doesn't have any kind of cloud space. You cannot store articles in that. You can store only reference list in that, and a very small space that is, so it is available free and few MBs only. So that data won't be lost in both cases.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I
Zotero
hope
soft
all queries. Yeah, yes, please.
So, yes, one more just a comment that both these softwares are free to use with some limitations. Like Zotero doesn't give you any kind of cloud space if you want to store any kind of articles, but it allows you to store your list of references, whatever references are there. If you have logged in with using your ID, then your references would be completely safe over there. On the other hand, Mendeley gives you about 2 GB space free, where you can store not only your references, but the PDF of the references can also be used. But in case you want to have more space in both Zotero as well as in Mendeley, you have to pay for that. They charge some annual amount and they give you space to store your PDFs also. Over to you, Mr.
Is there any query? I hope all queries answered already. So I request to all delegates, please again revise the session. If you missed anything, you can revise the session through recording. And like Jotero and Mendeley, there are lots of software. This needs to be use one software so you can easily remember things like Jotero is there, Decor is there, Mendeley is there, Citation C is there, Scholar C is there. There are lots of software. So try to use one so you remember each and every step clearly, and that makes your work very fast. And the most the best thing is that it will convert referencing style automatically. That will help and saves our time. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, sir, for delivering a wonderful session again and demonstrating both softwares to all delegates. I hope that it will save the time for researchers to manage their references. As I feel that most of the queries we received in our consultancy work, they are taking like 1 or 2 days for manage referencing. You try to use softwares, they will save your time during your research. So this tomorrow there is a last session of this program that is on plagiarism check and guidelines, and that will be delivered by Dr. Girish KJ. So this is the end of today's session. Thank you, sir. On the behalf of organizer, I convey our sincere thanks for your expertise sharing with all the leaders in these 2 sessions on reference management. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Amit sir, and thank you very much, dear faculty and dear students present in the gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for joining and listening patiently, and thank you for interacting during this session. Thank you everyone. This is the end of today's session. Tomorrow we will start at as scheduled time 7:30 p.m. with the last session of this program, plagiarism check and guidelines. Thank you everyone.